Let's welcome Emeka Nobis, CEO, Switch Path Consulting.
Somebody's great!
Alright, take your seat, man. So you guys, maybe you'll be thinking, why is that guy wearing rag to this event, man? I understand the thing. My wife said, the guy, why are you wearing rag to you now? So I said to her that when I was in university, I was all about book and book and book. Now it's the time to be mad. So I didn't do rag day all through my university days. So allow me to do my own rag now, right? It's amazing to be here in the city of Uyo. This is the first time that I'm speaking in a conference like this since the virus decided to shut us down. Man, the thing don't show us pepe. You get the vibe of people being in the environment and all that. So guys, don't be annoyed there. Please just be mad in this selfie so that we can rep small. You get what I mean? All right, good to be here. Okay, so my name is Emeka Nobis. If you heard that already, I'll start from the current, the just concluded campaign that I had done that Edwin had already spoken about, and then other speakers had already spoken about. So last year I was thinking to do something different. So I said to myself, I wanted to do something at the back end of something, which is what I'm going to reveal to you. So I said, other individuals do challenges and they do it for free. People come in, thousands of people come in into the free Facebook group, and then they do the challenge, and at the end of the day they sell something. But I said to myself, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to see that even though I'm going to sell something at the end of the day, I want these individuals to give me something to be able to come into the group. So I looked at it and I said, what is it that I can make them pay that it will be so easy for them to pay? So I said 1,500 naira is something that is easily disposable. They can say, take it, take it, take it. And so we went ahead. The initial plan was to have just 1,000 people, but at the end of the day, we had 2,365 people who joined the group. Each one of them paid 1,500 naira. But that's not where it ends, actually. If you do the math, you will understand how much that we came in as revenue. But at the back end of what I'm doing right now, I'm selling to the same individuals because I've been able to experience my value. For the 5 days, the things that I did with so much energy are the things that I do on a normal day. And remember that Emily was saying to you, it's not a joke. There are certain things that you think that other individuals know that they don't know. When I was doing the live video and I saw people like, man, Reman, I'm like, yes, you. These are normal things that I wake up on a daily basis, throw a leg, just they do. But they were shouting, you blessed my life. I was on the bed, I was just, blessed. So what is inside of you, you will be underrating it. But you know there are some individuals who don't understand what DP is. How many of you know what DP is? DP on the phone. Some individuals do not know what a display picture is. There's an individual that I met on Instagram was teaching people how to pin post on Instagram, comments on Instagram. So you are there telling yourself, while individuals are cashing out, the bad guys are doing much better than the good guys. The good guys are always at the back door expecting God to raise them, meanwhile they can pull themselves up. They are quoting scriptures that God will reduce the humble, He will raise the humble and then reduce the proud. And then they don't want to show themselves. The way I'm speaking now, they say I'm proud. Yes, so we'll be proud in it and we're making it. So it's left to you to do the same. So the thing, every time that I want to do something, there's always a strategy at the back end. So the back end is that these individuals that I've sold to, I extracted emails from them. Now, for those of you who know what Facebook ads are, those emails are the things that I'm going to be using to do what I call custom audience. Many of you, if you don't run Facebook ads, I believe you should start thinking about it. Now, those emails are going to be forming the custom audience that anytime that I run ads again, I am targeting. Remember Edwin said something, who said something about targeting? Yeah, it was Phil. I'm targeting these individuals because they have been able to experience my value at the depth. Does it make sense at all? That's it. So it's not just about doing, and people will be saying, okay, at the back end, there's something much more at the back end. And these individuals, I'm giving them offers that many of them, having experienced my value, are buying in already without any telling me it's too expensive or whatever, because they have experienced my value. Does it make sense? So that's it. I just wanted to establish that. So the foundation here is that there's something inside of you that the world needs that you can begin to share and you begin to grow influence. That's the truth. That's basically what I do on a daily basis. As I do the things that I do, my influence increases. My ability to shape narratives and behaviors and the ideas of individuals consistently increases. You need to understand something, that the earth that we are in will always experience brokenness. If you like, be prayer warrior from now to the end of the earth. Shebi was in 2019, that December we are declaring 2020 as our year. What happened in January? What happened in March after the declaration? It's the truth. The world as we are in now will consistently, from time to time, go and check it from Bible days till now, we will experience brokenness from time to time. That's the truth. Diseases will come. It will kill the young people and the old people. It will kill the people who are in the middle. Virus, this one we will just experience. Another one is coming. Prepare. It's not a joke. The virus will come. It will take some individuals that have taken away. The rest will remain. Others will replicate. And the world will consistently experience brokenness from time to time. Accept that as reality. You'll be at peace. People will die. Diseases will happen. People who are in love will fall out of love. That mouth they were saying, I love you from the depth of my heart till the end of eternity. You will say something different. I may not be talking to you, but it's the reality. It will happen. Now, I tell individuals, the brokenness that we experience on earth will produce broken systems and broken people. The brokenness needs repair. And how will the repair come? It will come from individuals who are providing the solutions that can make the repair happen. Needy people will always experience solutions. You and I will always be needy from time to time. From birth, you needed milk, you needed protection from your. Then you became an adult. You started looking for school to choose. Started looking for where to establish your career. You were confused at some point. Then that confusion was solved. You now want to get married. Confusion will not enter. You'll be looking at all the girls. Which one will not marry? Confusion everywhere. Even when you pray, you know that it happens. You have done the kabashing, you come out, you're still looking at 5 girls at the same time. You're asking God, which one did I actually? That's confusion. It needs a solution. And somebody has to provide a direction for you to know that this is the girl or this is the man that I have to marry. Am I making sense at all? So the solutions are always stemming from the how questions. How can this be? How can this be? How can I make money? How can I marry the right wife? How can I train my kids? How can I stay away from diseases? How can I have sex and have it well? How? It's always stemming from the how questions. And the broken systems and the broken people will always need solutions. That's the truth. Let me paint a scenario here. Back in the days, people used to go to Nitel, lined up to make phone calls. I don't know how many people who experienced that back in the days. I was born in 1980, so I don't know how many people were born at the time. Those who are older, fine. But after a while, people who had those cards at the time, they felt that they don't make up. To have that card, you don't make the same thing as those who had telephones on their street back in the days. They don't make up because people will come and line up to want to make calls to their friends overseas and all that. But then in 2000, 2001. During the passenger regime, GSM came and everybody had phones. Even the Malam had phone. Everybody don't make up. But then there was a problem also, if you remember, at the time. You wanted to make a phone call, you go to a booth and you make a phone call. 1 minute, 1 second, wahala for you. You will pay 100 naira. Remember those days? That was a brokenness that needed a solution. People are fighting on the streets. How can you say 1 minute, 1 second and pay 100 naira? All these girls who are doing booths at the time, they all relax. Oh, man, I want 1 minute, 1 second, pay. Were paying. It was a brokenness that needed a solution. Glow came in with what? Pay by second. So you see, people began to flock to Glow at the time because they provided solution. They were making the money. Now, for those of us who are online, when I started in the online space, sometime around 2000, 2010, 2011. We wanted to have people paying us without every time sending the bank account and all that. We were looking for a solution at the time. Then VokePay, I don't know how many of you are playing in the online space. VokePay came out at the time. But there was a problem with VokePay. You needed to have a website for you to have VokePay installed on a website so that you can make money. So not everybody at the time could even afford to have a website because back then, website guys were charging ridiculous amounts of money for you to have a website. Then you eventually have a website. You have VokePay. VokePay will stay 3 days for you to be able to receive your money. So imagine you sell something now, and you're waiting for 3 days for the money to come into your account. Meanwhile, you have already delivered the service. So it was a broken situation. After a while, Paystack came out. And with Paystack, you didn't need a website. You just needed to install the link. People click on the link, and they pay you. And within 24 hours, no longer 72 hours, you get paid in your account here in Nigeria. But then there was a problem also, a brokenness that needed a solution. If somebody pays you on Friday, you will not get your money till Monday. You know that urge that somebody paid you money, you are seeing the thing at the back end, but the money hasn't reflected in your account. You get the way they do. So it was a brokenness that needed solution. Right now, we have a company that has helped to solve the problem. Seller came in, and with Seller, you can now receive money from in 10 different currencies: dollar, British pound, Kenyan shillings, Zimbabwean dollars, like that. And during the campaign, I did not receive one complaint from anybody outside of the nation who said, Emeka, I wanted to be part of your $3 campaign, but I couldn't pay, which was something that I couldn't experience during the time I had only Paystack. So you see, broken systems need solutions. Now, these seller guys are cashing out massively. During my campaign, they were shutting down almost every 4 hours. I'll call the guy, what did that happen? People are hitting your account less because the traffic was mad at the time. So if you provide solutions, people will flock in your direction and they will make money. That's how it is. Does it make sense at all? So I said broken people and systems need solutions, and the solutions are embedded in the how. But more than ever before, we are so grateful for the internet. I was telling Emily last night, without the internet, I don't know where Emeka Nobis would have been today. I just don't know. Because I'm not the kind of guy that will be going to the marketplace to be carrying my phone or paying high amounts of money to get on TV or on newspaper. Maybe we would have found a solution, but thank God for the internet. More than ever before, it's so easy right now to be able to provide this information and solution to people's problems. More than ever, people are seeking for solutions online. This is why she's talking about people who are a girl who was doing skating. And if you see what people are paying money for online, you will weep for yourself that you are not showcasing that thing that you have inside of you. Have you noticed many girls that are online who are selling blue eye and blue bangle, that they have the millions of followers following them, and people are worshiping them like the way they worship gods? Have you guys seen that? And you are here. There's a greatness and the depth of blessedness inside of you, and you're not bringing it forth. That is why when I'm doing what I'm doing, I don't care about your reaction. Because if the bad guys are showing up, then the good guys should even show up better. Does it make sense at all? So we have the seekers of knowledge on this hand, people who are looking for the how. And then on the other side, there are those who are providing the solutions. You fall in on both sides every time, because when I seek information, I'm looking for the providers of the how to give me solutions. So if you position yourself as the provider of the how, that's how money is going to be flowing in a direction. So I'm going to share with you my own practical strategies, how I do my things. That's how I do every time I go to speak, this is how I do my things. So the first fundamental thing you have to start out is establish your values. Establish your own values, because your values guide everything, all your interaction, how you shapes your behavioral patterns and everything you do, your values. Somebody was shouting online the other day, he said, how can Davido go and be promoting a company that is known to be a Ponzi scheme? Rackstally, I don't know how many of you have known it. People were angry. How can Davido? How can all these celebrities serve? Do you know what? I went there and I made one sentence. I said, values guide everything. I didn't bother explaining it. Those who understood it. Values guide everything. There are people who come to me and they see me and they say, Emeka, you have so much influence online. Come, let us do things together and let us make the money. Do you know my values guide me, because I'm all about the people. I don't use, people are not my ATM, like I can be plucking the money from them. Those individuals do not have value for the people. They only see people as money producers. But for me, I'm about giving even the 1.5 that people paid. They saw the value. People were like, oh boy, it's like we robbed you. That's what I love, the value. So for me, it's integrity and respect for individuals. So you have to be able to write down what are your values. That's what is going to make me not to deal with certain individuals, not to have certain conversations, not to have certain associations, not to have certain collaborations. My values of integrity and empathy guide me. Have you seen many coaches online? The way they talk at you I mean, you feel depressed even going to them. You live depressed. Because I don't know how they do it. But for me, it's all about empathy. Even though you're not able to afford what it is I'm offering at the time, the way I speak to you, sometimes you even feel gingered to even go to make the money to come back. So it's about your values. Establish what your own values are. I'm not going to share that with you. You establish yours for yourself because it's going to guide everything that you're going to be doing. Secondly, in what space, Emily has said that, in what space can you be providing your knowledge, your experience, your expertise, your talent and education? In what space? So we have talked about many things in the tech space, in the agricultural space. That space that you are in, where can you be providing value so that people will see Edwin providing value in terms of wealth? You see, many people who knew me many years ago, I was all about writing. But these days I don't really do about writing. But when I see Eno pursuing forth, building forth the empire around writing, I'm so excited because that is the space. And many other guys, Emily in the personal branding space. So in that area that you can provide your experience, your expertise, your knowledge in that area. Yesterday when I was coming, when I entered the cab that was supposed to bring us here, as the guy maneuvered, I just knew that this guy was the guy that liked speed. So when we got on the road and he was speeding, I told him, guy, I've had 2 accidents in my life that almost took my life. Please, do not speed. But you know guys now, and you're driving a brand new car, he just felt that he needed to fuel the car. And so at some point we speed, at some point, then we got into a place where they call a Tina, and I think I remember what they said. And that's this guy. I told him because I studied mechanical engineering, you don't trust even brand new cars. You don't trust them. That's what people don't understand. You don't. So I told him, you are within the village. Let's do 50, 60 then. But felt that, some of them, I'm an experienced driver. I've been driving for many years. He's a killer. Almost as we are going, one dog ran out from the right side. And as he swerved to the left. I was pressing my phone, I raised my head. And then he was avoiding the collision. He hit the dog. And I just raised my hand. I saw the dog sliding over to the other side, taking the final pictures of Earth before he went to wherever he was going to. The guy came down and looked at his bumper had divided into 2. And the next thing we saw, 2 boys came in a bike and said, we have to go and buy the dog and chop it. That they were already pouring libations there, that whatever we needed to buy the dog. My fear was that these guys could rally around because it's a strange place and I don't know, could rally around people and then maybe, who knows, burn our cars, because for the slightest things can just go out of hand. But what I was doing was just absorbing the lessons from the experience. And for those who read my emails, I use it to write email today. And in that email, I sold something. So, it's the truth. How did I sell? I said, most times in your life, when you are being warned and you don't take heed to the warning, when the circumstances come, you are going to spend much more. So I said, for those who eat fatty food, when the hard something comes, wahala. For those who, and the next thing I said, if you don't take this offer now, likely, you are going to regret. That is how I crafted it. And I crafted it and people began to take the offer. So in whatever space that you are in, there is something you have mastered. There's something you're very knowledgeable about. There's something that you're so good at that you can teach or you can share with the world that they begin to take reckoning with you. I'm a gifted writer. I'm a gifted speaker. So I always share about my writing. People who follow me, they always see. And by sharing that thing on Facebook that I did, there's something that it does. Everything is about strategy. When you share such stories that people feel that they are tatafo, they will come there and be expressing. What happens to Facebook is that they rank your stuff. Does it make sense? That's why I tell people we'll be sharing. They rank it. More people see it. And more people are coming and say, I hope this Emeka Nobis. Who is this guy? That's how it works. I will share more on that. So the next thing is intentionally craft the narrative. Intentionally craft the narrative. Intentionally. Many people know that they call me the Don. It was not by mouth. I decided that when I was going to be in the industry, I wasn't going to play small. I needed to be a Don in the space, meaning that people will look up to me and say, follow that guy. Anything he tells you, like Jesus, go and do it, and then you get results. That's how it is. I intentionally. And so by my expressions, by my symbolisms, I embody the Donship that has been imposed on me. Does it make sense at all? Many people started seeing me wearing cap. You think that I like to wear cap? No, it is an expression, it's an intentional act that dons wear caps. Have you noticed that before? They carry cigars, but because of my value, I cannot carry cigar. Go and check them out. In the movies, the mafia movies and the things that you watch, all the governors and so on, see the way they position. Does it make sense at all? So you create the narrative for yourself. Create it. What does creating it evolve? What does it make happen? Number one, it shapes the perception that people feel about you. When they hear the Don, he's not a moi guy. Whether you like it or not, he's not a moi guy. Secondly, it shapes behavior that people have towards you. The behavior, how people behave around you, how they talk to you, how they come around you, what they do around you. It shapes the behavior that people have about you. The third thing it does is that it shapes the opportunities that come. So let me share with you, because I always like to share my experiences and share so that you understand that I'm not talking something that I crammed from the book. It shapes opportunities that come for you. So when I started it out, I was using writing as a tool of expression. Every day was about writing. People who knew me 2010, 2012, they knew that I even had a Facebook group at the time that had close to 15,000 people. That shut down after a while, then I opened it again. While I was sharing these things, people were watching what I was doing. They were seeing my influence. They would see that I would write a post. People would come there and plenty comments. People would be taking actions based on my post. A real estate company said to me, "We love what it is that you're doing. Can you become our brand ambassador? If 10 people buy plots of land by mentioning Emeka Nobis, you have a plot of land." I say, "Hey, it's not a..." So I checked out their values and I accepted. Within a period of 6 months, by virtue of my expressions, the things I have been giving out to the world, I had my own first plot of land without my own money. So stop hiding. Secondly, I write books. I keep launching books. I'm on the 14th book right now. As I kept on doing what I was doing, a publishing company said, "We love this thing you're doing. If you talk about something, can you become our brand ambassador? This is what we are going to offer you. If you become our brand ambassador, then we are offering you that for every year, 4 books will be published by us. Every expenditure will be by us. The editing, the design, the publishing, no cost to you." I say, "Hey, bring it." So today, I publish without my money. Before, in 2019, I had a ghastly is when you die, no. So I had a terrible accident on Third Mainland Bridge where I was going to distribute books because many guys in Lagos bought the books. So I said, okay, Lagos people, let me give them priority. On top of Third Mainland Bridge in 2019, July 26th, I can't forget the day. Guy slept off the steering wheel. And this leg just got damaged. I had to, if you notice, one of you have eyes, you find out that I'm limping a bit. So they said to me, we will take off all that energy. So now, I don't carry my books around anymore like that as I used to do, except if I'm going for conferences like that. But if you want to order it, the company takes charge. They do all the delivery. Why? Because of my exposition, intentionally shaping the narrative. Does it make sense? The next thing is communicate your ability to solve the brokenness that you find in your space. Communicate your ability to solve the brokenness that you find in your space. And trust me, the digital media has come to help us to be able to communicate. So you don't have excuse anymore. This thing that you have in your hand is not for tatafo, for putting up tauma, for putting up I'm not saying you shouldn't share jokes, but guy, your own life. You know, David people will say something that there are those who are the producers of the news. So before I even start to scroll down on Instagram and check, I produce first for what people will consume. Then I can relax and begin to scroll and check out what people are doing. But many of us, we are there consuming from morning till day. Check out this guy. Oh boy, David, don't do. Your day will just finish. You enter bed. This thing that we have in our hand is a powerful tool for expression. For all the things I have done so far in 2011, this tool provided me the leverage. So you communicate. What do you communicate? Communicate your ideologies, communicate your solutions. And don't think that the solution is too menial. There's something that somebody will just take a look at it and then run with it and then have value. Communicate your perspectives. So you see certain things, you share your perspectives about it. Communicate your opinions about a matter. But as I said at the beginning, it's all about values. Everything that I do is intentionally done to be able to empower people. I don't want to lead people on a path intentionally towards destruction. Does it make sense? So about me, when I'm sharing things I share online, I'm guided by my values, that I want people to read what I see I'm sharing and they become empowered in their own lives. So that's one of the things we're sharing. Then from time to time, if you have the lever, polarize. We call it polarization. Check out that thing that is not working well and attack it. They will come after you. It's a normal something. As I said, it's lever. So 2018, 2017, people started teaching how to become Amazon bestseller. I took my eye. Oh, these people are teaching. Let me check what they are teaching. And you see somebody become an Amazon bestseller, but 1 naira has not entered his account. How is it possible? What are you bestselling? So they release book in a category that is not maybe category of let me say mortuary attendance. And then you release book there, mortuary attendants or grass cutters or gutter cleaners, and then ask 5 of your friends to download it in 2 hours. You become bestseller. Yet money has. So I said, guys, this is not the right thing to do in my industry. They say, Emeka Nobis don't come. Everything. I said, this thing is about the good feeling. After the good feeling, what happens? Money never enter account. You're asking bestseller. Of all the things I've done, I have never called any of my book bestseller. Anybody who feels I've called my book, raise your hand. Because I've not even gotten there. Go and check it. What the bestseller is. It's a best selling. It's not a free download to best selling. So I attacked it. They came for me. People who are big on social media space, they were writing. One particular thought leader used to say, I will be laughing. And because I saw. After 1 year, 2 years, what happened? All the bestseller thing went down. Nobody's teaching bestseller again. Come and teach now. Teach. So they now came, Emeka, you said the truth too. Are you ready now to learn what it actually means bestseller? We are ready. Fine. It's all good feeling. And they were putting it on their bio, putting it on. I was like, okay, don't worry. After they cool it down, you will come back to reality. So sometimes attack the things that are not writing well. Last year, during the virus, people were locked down. A lot of top leaders began to hold Zoom sessions and all that. I attended one. It was, I don't want to mention the name because if I mention the title now, some of you may decode. But it was about making money. I said, let me go and learn how to. And I went there. As they started the webinar, we're hearing, if you receive the thing now, type yes in the comment. Type yes. People were typing, yes, I receive, yes. What are we receiving? I mean, I've not seen any strategy that we're receiving here. Show me the strategy. I need to, okay, you guys don't know. There's something inside of you that God, type yes now if you have it. People are typing, yes, I have it, yes, I have it. Seminar, they go. 10 minutes, what are we doing here? And do you know that after 30 minutes of teaching nonsense, practical nonsense, they now started selling something. You didn't even teach me anything, and you want me to now bring 100,000 to come and, it's not the way to do things. So I went online and I attacked it. I said, because of the virus, people are looking for business people whose businesses were suffering. We're looking for who, in that state of confusion, they were willing to give their money to any riffraff who was showing anything online. And I said, you will fail if you continue to give these things that are just ephemeral, things that are just be given rubbish. So I detailed the way, if you want to hold the webinar, this is the way to do the webinar. Give depth of value. And then if you want to upsell something at the end of the day, someone will say, I've gotten some value, let me now pay. Not you come and be telling us, did you receive it? Write yes. And they were writing, people were adults were writing yes, we received it. What are you guys receiving? So sometimes attack the thing that is happening. They will come for you, but man, that is a way to showcase that you're on the right path. Am I making sense, guys? Have an addiction for being seen and known. For me, an addiction on a daily basis to be known by at least 5 people on a daily basis. 5 people must hear about Emeka Nobis. For you to be able to grow the influence, visibility is an addiction. It should be an addiction. So for me, it's every day. That's why I wake up every day and I keep creating content. People keep sharing it. People keep knowing me. People keep seeing what I'm doing. That's how visibility must be an addiction. Then the next thing is deepen your expertise. Deepen your expertise, please. Deepen. That we say that you should become a don, and they'll now call you don. You know, when we started out many days ago, oh boy, if you see title, you will run. Destiny activation coach, purpose realignment master strategist. There was one spiritualmentalist activator. People were just slamming titles all over the place. I said, hey, what is happening? Then we now did NLP. People like us, we did NLP. After NLP, you all slammed it in. NLP, even you come to have the conversation about it. So when you are calling yourself a name, make sure that you are backing up with depth. Because when people come and there's rubbish and fluff inside here, you are a mess. So deepen your expertise. Does it make sense? Every day, deepen your. I don't know how many of us even read on a daily basis. Apart from Tatafo that you read. I read a book, but how busy that I am, I've read a book on Friday, a book in 2 days. I'm on another one now. So deepen your expertise. Empty wells do not provide water. Learn from people. People who have been watching me. Anytime I go to speak at an event and I have other speakers, I'm always listening. The speakers know. I have my books and I'm writing. But there are some individuals who feel that I learned this from Fela Durotoye. I will sit beside Fela Durotoye at an event and I will watch Fela. Fela will be paying attention to the speaker that was speaking, even though we knew him as the father. I say, which kind of man be this? Everything that he knows, he's still paying attention. Not pressing phone or checking or... Fela will... I have done it beside Fela. I've spoken on platforms with Fela 3 times. Fela Durotoye that you guys know. And I sat here and Fela was here. Go and check it online. Just type Emeka, Nobis and Fela. You will see the pictures pop up. Now, I'm not lying. Fela will pay attention. When it's time to clap, Fela will clap. Learning from... I tell individuals, one sentence is enough to change you to the next level. One thing that you read in a book, I can buy a book now. Of all the things I read in a book, only one sentence takes me to the next level. So deepen your expertise. Deepen your expertise. The next thing I want to share with you is that you remember that you are selling you, the full embodiment of who you are, and those other expressions. Why do you think they will pay this person 10,000 naira and pay the other individual 1 million? It's not more about what you know, it's now about you as the individual. Do you know that there are some individuals, when I knew this thing, they will put people's faces on billboards, but they're not actually the speakers. Have you known that? Have you noticed it? They wanted to try it with me. Say, no, don't let us put your picture only. You don't need to speak. I say, how? And so that people will come. And then I will not speak. How? So the individuals that I noticed, there was a day I went for one event, and the guy that was brought, they said they brought the guy just to be at the event. The guy came, they paid this guy, the guy crossed leg at the event, and he was paid because he was an embodiment of all he was about and his expressions. So do not ridicule yourself. I see individuals, when they tell you you are beautiful, you say, this way I am, this way Nigeria day. Are you sure you are telling the truth? You are ridiculing your how do I put it? Your esteem. They tell you are beautiful. Accept it that you are beautiful. Man, why do you want to tarnish your they say Nigeria day? You should say the lie. Absolute balderdash, man. That's why people like us will tell you I'm a fine boy. That's the girl I used to date many years ago. She will tell me, why are you telling yourself that you're a fine boy? You know they see am I not fine? What else? I should tell you that I'm a fine boy. So if you know it, you know it. Not all this thing I see people, when I do public speaking, I tell people come and you see my name is you know that no self-esteem, lack of confidence. Square your shoulders. Look at you see I'm looking at people eyeball to eyeball. Maybe I should remove my glasses, you'll be seeing it. Eyeball to eyeball. Not I'm talking to you, my head is like this. Lack confidence. Showcase yourself with the blessedness that you carry. Does it make sense? Then I'm going to the money part. Be confident, as I said. Then to be able to make money from this things, package your knowledge into sellable formats. Package these things, your experiences, your knowledge, your expertise into sellable formats. And my key leaning is towards the digital space. So you can have your products, fantastic and all that, but the digital space has provided us ability to package stuff in formats that we can sell easily. So that knowledge, that expertise that you have, you can package them in sellable formats. And some of the first sellable formats are, we can have physical products, which is fine. Many of us know physical products, right? Something that you can exchange for, that is, you can touch. Abi? Physical products. Then you can do challenges, just the same way I've done. Sometimes when I look at myself, I'm like, man, Emeka, you just do something, people gonna begin to copy you. I say, fine, it shows that you are doing something that's valuable. When I started teaching using BBM, I used to host BBM master classes. The next thing I saw people started doing BBM master classes back in the days. I did 1K bumper offer. The next thing I saw people started doing 2K bumper offer, 3K bumper offer. I packaged 24 books, some packaged 58, some oh boy. I said, okay, since it's working, I will not stop them from chopping, let them chop. I left 1K bumper offer. Now that I finished 3K, my $3 challenge, I have started seeing individuals now doing. One young boy like that said his own was 3,000 naira challenge. I called the guy, come. Show. No, his own was 10,000. I say, I went on his Instagram and I checked, had like 200 followers. I checked his content, checked his. I say, guy, show. I say, hey, you they make $10, you they 10,000 every day. Almost as I asked that question, see his story. Started compiling this one, brought from Kafanchan. I say, guy, are you making 10,000 naira every day? He said, sir, but I say, you know one thing. One, I will not be against you, but trust me, I have gone ahead of you. I am seeing that you're starting out. But please, do not shoot yourself in the foot. If you release this thing now, he said he wanted to release it this March, and I just ended. If you release this thing now, he knows me. The young boy knows me. They will see you in a different light, and it will not be a light that you like. They will see you as a copycat once, and then people will slash you. They will come at you saying that you're earning 10. Because I checked and I've not seen any demonstrable evidence over the years that you're able to deliver this value. So if you know, the guy already set up Facebook ads and said, so if you know what's good for you, go and rethink. I'm not saying stop. Go and rethink the consequences of what you want to do. If you want to continue, by all means, go ahead. I will not be against it. He went back. 2 days he came back and said, hey, boss, that thing you said is the truth. Let me not. I said, fine. Just, there are many other things. I'm not saying don't, but check what you can. Why do you think I said $3? $3 is 1.5 every day. It is possible. I've done 30K already today. When you do it small, they begin to accumulate. Some days I may not do anything, but the next day I may make 100 grand. It covers for like the whole month of 1.5 per day. Does it make sense? But you're telling people 10,000 per day. Guy. So please back it up with depth. Then challenges, trainings. You can do trainings, right? And as I said, trainings are so easy now to deliver. Zoom is there. You can use Facebook group that I do. Easy. Without you hiring hall. If they tell you what has spent on this hall, on this event alone, the one I did last year, 2019, cost me, I didn't give people food self, cost me 1.5 million to put all these things, come arrange packaging, everything, put the board. So now I'm imagining how much has already spent. This hall, AC everywhere blowing, them ferrying me from Uyo, ferrying Emily from Uyo to giving us better food in the hotel. When I'm looking at the food, I'm like, oh boy, this will have spent. Hey, I just imagine how much their packaging is not moyo. So start from where you are at the time. Start even if you have hubs. I've hosted events inside people's houses. We gather chair in the parlor. And my own is to teach now. Is it the packaging they are coming? Is the teaching? So you want to come out. I told one boy when he was starting out, he said, this passion thing, ginger, he was just gingering the guy. I want to fill the hall with. I said, hey guy, hey, we there ahead of you for this thing, so arrange yourself. No, I will bring festivals. I will bring him from Lagos. I will bring him. I said, for where they bring them? From where? They kill yourself. The guy said, no. When they hear the thing, when they see that Stivaris, I said, guy, come on, make I tell you. This already that we're in. How many people know Stivaris? How many people know Stivaris that you are packaging like this? Lagos self, Kukuma, they don't finish know the guy. Now this already where we grow. Guy, you kill yourself. Say, no, Emeka, you have little faith. When they bring God dimension inside of it, I don't withdraw. And just wait to see the repercussions. Because we know that God has already spoken to us to speak to you. On the day of the event, 1 hour don't go. Only seat plenty for back. After the event, the guy began to lament. That kind of thing. You don't want to say, I told you. When you say I told you, you want to puncture the wound well. So you've learned your experience. Starts from small packaging. We started out places that we were paying to 2,000 naira per hour that can take 30 people. They will come, we will teach. Our parole just they spread around town. People just carry a rep, they go far. Like that. From there, we started stepping up the game. Now I'm able to hire a 400-seater hall in Port Harcourt that I pay 300,000 naira to have people sit inside. Just like this. It's a level. With time, there are places I'm targeting also in Port Harcourt that can take 1,000. Pay. People will fill the place. Does it make sense, guys? Then consultations. People can pay you. You see all these things, people chat on Facebook. They enter your inbox. They're asking you questions. We collect money to be doing all that chatting. You know that? Consultations. Or on the phone. Or they come to visit you in your home or your house. Consultations. You can charge money for that. Those are some of the things that we do. Then software. That is the level where I want to play the game now. Because I feel that at the age of 40, I'm 40. Although Edwin is older than me. So I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged that I have the brother. So I have felt that, man, the time for hustle don't pass. In 2018, I was in 8 different cities in this nation. From here to here. There was one I went to Ilesha, from Port Harcourt. By the time I arrived in Ilesha, everywhere there was everywhere. Like I said, they don't come out this. We don't hustle for this life. Forget this thing they talk. Spreading our brand in the hinterlands. So I said that I got to 40, I said, man, it's all about systems. Now I don't accept invitations anymore like that. If not for, now it's staying online and packaging my thing. Stay in my office, do my thing, put out the thing, people pay me. That's it. Just enjoy the life. I went on vacation to where some people were like, oh boy, so people can. I said, hey, it's the life I want to live. That's how I want it. He said rest is important too. So software now, if you look at people that have InterSwitch, these guys, for every transaction that's happening in Nigeria, hey, guy, man, they one side the chop. I said, man, guy, I need to. And that's why I talked about the opportunities. So I've been doing all the things I've been doing. One tech company came and said, we see your marketing. You guys you are amazing with your marketing. But we just love tech. We just love to build. But we cannot push out. Why don't you have a collaboration with us to build something? I said, okay, what can we build? So we are building something right now that I know that a lot of people who want to share their knowledge online, they are looking for ways to be paid in dollars and more currencies around the world, just like Seller is doing. So I said to them, why can't we build something like that? Currently, it's only Seller. How many people in Nigeria can Seller accommodate? So the guy said, by all means, do. So imagine that now, 1 million transactions are done on a daily basis. No, that we will not start there, no. But imagine that 1 million transactions are done on a daily basis, and I'm just collecting 10 kobo. 10 kobo only. Do the math. So that's where we are going to now. So now it's time to, as they are building the software, but I'm seeing my money crossing leg. We are looking, because at the time when it starts, all I do is just to market the company. As people are joining, as transactions are happening on the platform, you just be getting 10 kobo. Multiply 10 kobo by 10 million transactions. That can tell you. So this software is also a way that you can package your stuff. Online courses is a way that you can package your stuff and sell. All right? The next thing is never overlook the place of God and things happening that you never planned for. Don't. God, I was discussing with my friend yesterday, and I said to her that this thing that we do is a walk of faith. You come and design your marketing, design everything you're designing. You think this is by your power. Almost sometimes we don't package marketing, enter market, oh boy, nobody they buy. You come back and be telling yourself, am I not Emeka Nobis again? I mean, is there something that is, it's me now, what is happening? So sometimes it's not about you, it's about the divine. Does it make sense? The next thing is, be a supporter of people. In helping individuals and supporting them to replicate and build, God, you are blowing. But people think small. They say if I talk about him now, I will blow. You know, I wrote something about Guinness Stars when I saw the billboard in Owerri. One boy came and wrote in the comment, you have advertised these people that are supposed to pay you. I say it's the way of Nigerians think, our low thinking faculty that many people have. Because check it, your bank will be doing good things. You never talk about them. The day they just withdraw one bacon from your account, hey, Access Bank, they're idiots. They are the most stupid bank in the world. That is the kind of advertisement you be giving, Abi. When they are doing good, you can't talk. It's the default idiotic thinking of Nigerians. When they are doing good, you can't talk. It's when they do one bad one. Access this GT Bank, the worst bank I've ever seen. Remove your money from. You're demarketing stupid kind of thing. So when I see young people, although it's at a risk to me, I see what people do, and I just like what they do, and I don't even talk to them, and I advertise it, talk about it on my time. I have been hurt by doing that, but it will not stop me from doing it. I've advertised one young boy, he collected people's money like that, he didn't deliver. People started coming to me. 6 months, I spent 6 months dealing with that particular case, but I don't mind, I will keep sharing. So the moment you support people, the individuals who come and say, oh boy, things get as CP, I say, where are they now? I put out, or come to my office. They'll come to my office, I will draw out whiteboard, waiting for the issue, or yeah, let's talk. I will give strategies. They will go and apply. It works. What do you think I'm doing? Is the multiplying, the support. That's how you build. Does it make sense at all? So, finally, okay, that's the second to last. Protect yourself. Please, as you are blowing, start protecting. Maybe, thank God that Edwin said this thing. I used to think that law was, Emeka, you are so good, forget law. Right now, somebody slammed 10 million naira on me. I saw the letter, like, 10 million. What did I do? Copyright of my own book. So Edwin was telling me, Emeka, you are playing with yourself, or you are, even somebody, my lawyer was telling me, it's like you don't know who you are. It's like the thing never match, you never appear for your eye. So it's not about the money you are making sometimes, it's about the goodwill that you've already laid as a legacy. They will come after it. He said it. Village people will remember you. Why must he blow? How? This guy will be chop for the same table. He has left us. We must have a piece of him. So protect yourself legally as you're growing. Edwin is here, thankfully, in the city of Uyo. Ask questions how you can protect yourself. Because as you are blowing, they will come. Yesterday, Instagram was agog. They were attacking one non-powerful individual. Yesterday, I won't mention the name. This morning again, I entered Facebook. There was another guy's case. In all those things I was seeing two things. One, I was seeing envy. So we are like, why would they be selling 200,000 naira courses in Nigeria where people are hungry? It shows the way they are thinking. They are seeing themselves not able to sell at 200,000 naira. Instead of them to learn how to sell at 200,000 naira, the best strategy for them is to undercut the individual. We are playing the pedestrian game. It will not favor you. Then secondly, I saw that people, they want individuals to give them depth. So don't give us fluffy stuff. You will give fluffy stuff for a while. The day when the thing go end, go. In my language, they say the thing go repro. When it will open, that day, the thing will, the balloon will all burst. So please, as you're giving value, make sure that you're giving value with depth, not fluffy things because you want to collect money. Then finally, some closing. Sell, keep selling. Many people are very scared of selling. There's no day that I will not sell. Hey, that day, I must sell. Because you know why? I define selling from the point of view that the services that I'm rendering, the books that I'm selling, the consultations that I'm giving will help someone to enjoy an enviable future. And they have to invest in that future by giving me money. Does it make sense? How many of you wake up in the morning and you see the akara woman selling? You go there and be angry. Why are you selling akara? How many of you do it? Or you see the gari woman. Why are you selling gari today, sir? Why are you selling gari today? Are you okay? Why should you be selling gari? How many of you do it? She's selling you, but you will not be selling your own. You will not sell your own online. You say, hey, my father say, hey, oh my pastor is looking. I don't know whether pastor will like this one. What with my friends? I have seen things on this journey. Some individuals who tell me that their friends will laugh at them if they sign up for my course. I'm like, is that how you want to live your life? My friends, your friends? Wow. That's why sometimes people see me as a rebel. I rebel in church. I rebel because I don't want anybody to put me in a lane. I mean, cover me and say, do not show your brightness. They never born you. That's the truth. So my pastors, they don't tire for me. They say, Emeka, leave that guy. As long as they know that I'm not doing things that will lead people on the path of destruction. Whatever it is that I'm sharing on Facebook, they will not come and be telling me, hey, this one, he talked about penis and vagina. Come on, stop saying these bad things. Yeah? His penis is not part of the human body. Why must I not talk about it? If I can talk about head, penis, is a normal part of the human body. So that is why sometimes you see me rebelling again, because I don't want anybody to cage me from exhibiting the blessedness that God has laid inside of me. Lie, I must be selling. So as long as you've got value, you've got to sell it. Put the money on it, slam on it, sell it. 500 naira. If your liver agree you 1,000, your liver agree you 1,500, your liver agree you 10k, your liver agree you 100k. Slam on it, put it out there. If you did not sell, try it again the next day. If you didn't sell again the next day, try it. Keep doing it. That's how it works. The moment, do you know that this challenge that ended? I made people affiliates. I call it chop I chop. So I said, become an affiliate, sell. If you make money, you take half. People were making 693 naira from doing the work. They'll enter my inbox and say, Jesus, I've earned like how much we earned? 600. I like the alert. Oh, it's with me. Like 693 naira was sweeting you. They said to me, this is the first time I've ever earned a sale online before. You can't understand how I feel. I know that feeling. I know it. So do it today. If you don't do it again tomorrow. If you don't get the sale, don't give up and say it didn't happen today. Tomorrow, I'm not selling again. Try it again the next day. Again the next day. Like that. Keep selling. Does it make sense? So in closing, I'm a salesman and I always give offers. Somebody said something on Facebook. I am the CEO. He said on your keyboard, type I am CEO of and see what the remainder will be. Others were, I'm the CEO of church, I'm the CEO. I came there, I typed my own came out, I'm the CEO of offers. The guy is saying, you do they give offer. That is why your own came out CEO. I said, hey, this is my life, I have to give offer because I know the offers are going to get value. So was I able to add some value to you this evening? So thank you to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you during the session again, and God bless everyone in the city of you. Thank you very much.